I'm ready to meal prep. Hope you guys are too. I'm going to be sharing some really good recipes, some very simple, basic, easy recipes. Anyone can do this. Just take a day, get the meal prep done, and you will thank yourself later throughout the week when you have meals prepared. I also am going to be leaving all the recipes instructions down in the description box below, so make sure to check there if you guys want to recreate these recipes. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this meal prep. So we're going to jump right into the egg bites. So in the beginning of this video, in that intro, I'm sure you guys could hear that static noise. While I was editing this meal prep, I noticed that static noise and I tested my camera, and it is my microphone. It is broke and it's not working on my camera. So I have to do a voiceover for this meal prep. My only other choice was to disregard this whole video, but I did not want to do that because I know you guys love these meal preps, and I only meal prep once a week and only have room to meal prep just very little, so it's not like I could create a whole nother meal prep. So I hope you guys don't mind. This is still such a great meal prep, and I hope you guys enjoy it. So for this meal prep, this is egg bites. I am using tomatoes, onions, cheese, and bacon, and also 4 eggs and 1 cup of liquid egg whites. So basically all you need to do is just chop up your vegetables into small dice-sized pieces, and then we're going to whisk together our 4 eggs and our 1 cup liquid egg whites. Add a little bit of salt and pepper. That's the only seasoning I used, just because I really like simple seasoning. And then we are going to cook the bacon separately. I wanted the bacon to get very crispy, so I just baked it on parchment paper in the oven for about 20 minutes on 400, and then I got it nice and crispy, cut it up in small pieces, and added that to the egg bites. One of my kitchen essentials is parchment paper. I seriously swear by parchment paper. If you have trouble with getting things crispy, like crispy veggies, crispy salmon, crispy chicken thighs, crispy bacon, whatever it is, whatever food item it is, parchment paper will do the trick. All you have to do is buy $5 parchment paper, line it on a sheet, and bake your food with the parchment paper, and it just gets so crispy and so nice. So that is one of my favorite little kitchen essentials that I wanted to make sure I share with you guys. I love making egg bites because I am on ITrackBites program, which is very similar to WW. I also count my calories, but eggs are a 0 bite option on the program, which is great because I love eggs and I eat them pretty much every day, and they're a very high source of protein, so they keep me nice and full. So I love to make breakfast with eggs because you can add in some ingredients and still keep it very low in points and bites and calories. I know it's kind of confusing, but if you have been here a while, you know that that's what I did in the very beginning of my weight loss journey, and that's how I lost the 60 pounds initially with WW, and then I switched over to ITrackBites. So I do talk a lot about bites and points, etc., but basically it's equivalent to calories, and I'm just trying to stay in a calorie deficit. So this is one of my favorite go-to breakfasts. It's so easy to make, and it just tastes really good. Like, I love making egg bites. It's one of my favorite things to do. I am using a mini cupcake pan, so I wanted to make sure you guys know that this is a mini cupcake pan, not a big one. So they're going to make very small egg bites. In total, it made 30 egg bites, and I can have 4 of these little mini egg bites for 2 bites and 83 calories, which is absolutely great. So it did make quite a bit. And you could use a bigger cupcake tin and make big egg bites, and you would just have to alter the recipe and your recipe builder if you're on ITrackBites, or if you're putting it into a calorie calculator, you would just have to alter your serving size, because if you use a bigger tin, it's obviously not going to make 30 bites.
I am baking my egg bites on 400 for about 20 to 23 minutes. I do have a gas oven, so just keep that in mind. I have an RV gas oven, so the time may be different for you. Here is me showing you my beautiful egg bites that I'm so proud of. I put these on a cooling rack. These I got from Amazon. They are amazing. I can put egg bites, cookies, muffins, whatever I want on these racks, and they cool them from underneath, so they cool very fast and you're able to store them quicker. I also stored these in a glass container with an airtight lid, and I just stored these in the fridge. And then for reheat, I usually just put them right on a plate and just mic them. They only need like 30 seconds mic'd in the microwave. This is a recipe I'm so excited to make. I've never made Cowboy caviar, so I'm really excited. You just need some beans. I'm doing black beans, great northern beans, red kidney beans, and then I'm gonna do a little bit of tamed jalapenos for a little kick, and then some ranch seasoning and salt and pepper. Make sure to wash your beans. They definitely need to be washed for the best digestion. And then we're gonna chop up our red onion and tomato and jalapenos. And then we're basically just going to put everything into a bowl and mix it up with olive oil, lemon juice, and that ranch seasoning, and a little bit of salt and pepper just for extra seasoning. I've already tried this Cowboy caviar and it is so good. It's almost gone and I literally just made it. But it's just so tasty. It's so refreshing because it's cold. You can have it with chips. You can put it in a pita wrap. You could eat it by itself. You could add protein to it if you want, some grilled chicken on top of lettuce. It is seriously so good. I'm definitely making this again. And I wanted to mention I do add avocado to this, and the avocado actually stayed pretty good. I think it's because of the lemon juice, but it stayed nice. So I added one avocado into this Cowboy caviar, and then once that avocado was gone, I just re-added another avocado, diced it up, put it back into the Cowboy caviar, and it lasted for me for about 2 days. Again, I definitely think it's the lemon juice. I also eventually added some cilantro. I just didn't have any cilantro with me, but I did go to the store and get some cilantro and top this off with some cilantro, and it is so yummy. If you don't like cilantro, definitely don't add that. You could do green onions, or you could just leave it by itself, because either way, it's just so good. This next recipe is so healthy, so clean, and just so tasty. I have 12 ounces of shrimp and some asparagus, and then the secret is the garlic parm wing seasoning from Walmart. It's the Great Value brand. It is so good. I use this all the time. So I'm just putting some asparagus again on parchment paper to get it nice and crispy, and then I'm only going to add half of that wing seasoning and then save the rest for the shrimp. I like to spray avocado oil. That's what I like to cook with, is avocado oil. I think it's a great oil to use to get things nice and crispy. And then I put the seasoning on. And then I'm gonna pop this in the oven first because asparagus takes a lot longer than the shrimp does. I am baking this on 435, which is pretty high, but I like the asparagus to get really cooked and kind of browned. So I'm doing 435 for about 10 to 12 minutes, and then I'm gonna go ahead and add the shrimp, drop it down to 400, and then cook that shrimp for about 15 minutes. The asparagus is done, and I'm going to add the shrimp now. Leave that asparagus on the pan because it needs to keep cooking with the shrimp, and then place it back into the oven for about 10 minutes. I've whipped out my air fryer, which I'll leave a link down below for you guys. I really love this air fryer, and we're gonna make crispy Polynesian chicken nuggets. I'm using chicken tenderloins, and I'm gonna chop those up into dice-sized pieces. I like to cook the chicken. This is my little trick. Cook that chicken first on 400 for 30 minutes. Get it really crispy, and then we're gonna add that Polynesian sauce. I'm doing 1/3 cup. Am I doing 1/3 cup? I think I'm doing 1/3 cup of Polynesian sauce, which is quite a bit, but Polynesian sauce is really, really low in calories. It's the sugar-free G. Hughes Polynesian sauce. So once that chicken's done, we're gonna add that Polynesian sauce and toss it together. Place it back into the air fryer and cook it for about 5 minutes. It doesn't need much. We're just trying to get that sauce to stick to the chicken. The chicken's pretty much already cooked. Once that chicken is done from the air fryer, I'm just adding 1 more tablespoon just because it does dry up a little bit and I want it to be really saucy. That's what's going to make this chicken so good and enjoyable to eat. So just add 1 tablespoon, give it a toss, and then it is ready to go. And you can have this with stir fry. You can make some cauliflower rice with some vegetables. You could toss it in a salad. The options are really endless with protein like this. This is why I like making some kind of protein, whether you do chicken, chicken thighs, steak, shrimp, fish, anything that you enjoy. Just having some protein that you could add into other recipes is key, I feel like, with meal prep. The shrimp and asparagus is done cooking. This is what it should look like. So yummy. Look at all of that garlic panko crumbs. Make sure you scoop that up into the dish with like a spoon. Make sure to put it into your storage container because you definitely want to have that in there. And yeah, I'm gonna let this cool off and then we're gonna place it in glass containers with airtight lids and store it in the fridge. Alright you guys, that is it for this meal prep video. That is everything that I'm making for my week meal prep. These are my favorite recipes because they're easy, and I hope you guys find some inspiration in these recipes and make them yourself or make something similar. This is just to motivate you guys because we're all, you know, trying to just stay on track, stay committed to this lifestyle, and I definitely think meal prepping is a big way to succeed with accountability. So these are all foods I love too. Like, I don't have to eat bland food. I can eat anything really I want, but I do like to try to really load up with the veggies and high protein items because that keeps me full longer. And I like to have lower calorie food so that I can have more of it and eat more, if that makes sense. That's just my strategy. But I will leave everything linked down below that I mentioned in this video. I'll leave the recipes down below from this video so you guys can follow along there. Give this video a thumbs up. That really just lets me know that you guys like these videos and that helps me get out there in the YouTube algorithm. So I always appreciate a thumbs up, you guys. Thank you just for your support, your comments. Those help as well. I love chatting with you guys. I hope you guys are all doing well. I hope that this somehow brought you some inspiration and is helpful for you on your journey as well. So thanks for watching, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye guys.